Good day, everyone. I'm Renato Jr. Langora Rarugal, and today I'll be presenting to you the report concerning the Jostens Integrated Learning System. So to make this really fruitful and interesting all the way, I prepared an outline. I have the introduction, so where the Jostens Integrated Learning System came from. I will also talk much about the Jostens Integrated Learning System, the changes, the features, and so on and so forth. I will also give you things about how can this be implemented, its strengths and limitation, and also, although I put in my reference 3 reviews, but I will just pick one review, how this integrated learning system program is effective. So let's go. Now, before we talk about the Jostens Integrated Learning System, let's talk about the integrated learning system first. According to Educational Psychology and Inclusive Education, 1990, and also Bailey and Lumley, 1991, they said that the integrated learning system are a network system of multiple computers which deliver comprehensive educational courseware at the direction of the central management system. So it also involves reading, arts, mathematics, and other disciplines. For the thoughts of rethinking skills, a rethinking school of 1993, they said this integrated learning system is easily associated with the word computer lab. And sometimes, yeah, we had this kind of experience. We usually see this system with inside the computer lab with 30 computers or more than 25 computers. And same, it also focuses to the reading, math, writing, and other subjects, but it is individualized, it is self-paced instruction. This is where also the students and the teacher monitor their progress, their performances, and it also prescribes the appropriate lesson. For the Academic Learning College 2018, this integrated learning system, they said that it gives the access for the student to have the support from their learning coach. So meaning they just be a little help from the facilitator and another help from the computers. And it uses different tools such as workbooks, a media presentation, hands-on exercises, and computer-based exams. Yeah, so this. Now, for you to understand this better, where is the integrated learning system came from? According to the Reading Research Quarterly, pardon me, it should be letter Q, RRQ, on June 2009, the integrated learning system came from the computer-aided instruction, or CAI, and it branched out to 2: supplemental computer-aided instruction and computer-managed learning system. And we know the only difference between these two is that the supplemental computer-aided instruction is from the word supplemental. So it just supplement the primary instruction, while the computer-managed learning system takes all the way. All the instruction will came from the computer. Now, from the supplemental computer instruction, we have Jostens Integrated Learning System, and we have Computer Curriculum Corporation. For the computer managed learning system, we have accelerated reader. I will not really speak much or talk about this more, but I will give you a reference. If you want to labor more about on this, then I will allow you. But for the sake of the report, we will only talk about the Jostens Integrated Learning System. Now, what is the Jostens Integrated Learning System? The Jostens Integrated Learning System, it's actually from the company of Jostens Incorporation. It is a trusted partner in the academic and achievement channel. They provide products, services, and programs, and it helps their customers to celebrate whatever the occasion is. And this company, as what I've said, they offered products like yearbooks, graduation products, publication, jewelry, like this one, and or other consumer goods for K-12, educational, for college, or for professional sports segments. And it was founded in 1897, and it was based on in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the Jostens, before it was owned by Platinum Equity and can be found online at www.jostens.com. Why I said was owned? Because uh, March 1, 2000, the Jostens Learning Corporation or Incorporation, it was named into Compass Learning. That's why if you're gonna search it in the browser or in the Google to its search engine, you will have a little reference or few reference for the Jostens for the word Jostens Integrated Learning System alone. But if you type the Compass Learning and its relationship with the Jostens Integrated Learning System, there you will have a lot of references. So again, don't be confused. It has products, services, and program, but our focus only is the program. Now, let's talk about the program itself. This program is an earlier version of an integrated learning system that now called Compass Learning. It provides an extensive set of assessments which place students in an individualized instructional content and also sequence. And it is designed to fill the gaps of the student's skills. Usually it is handled maybe 15 to 30 minutes, 2 to 5 days per week. And it depends on the administrator or what is their arrangement. And this program is not only focuses on the reading, but also in mathematics, language art, child-centered program, discovery-based learning program, and etc. There are a lot of programs that Jostens Integrated Learning System program offering. Now, let's just talk about the features and the digital resources. This integrated learning system, or the JILS, it provides multi-modality instruction by using color, animation, in-voice or voice and sound to provide comprehensive instructional material. And it is available and can be installed using the Windows or Macs. Yeah, so you will see if you're gonna search it on the browser, just type compasslearning.com or GenWT, and there you will see you can also log in, but you actually cannot log in right away. You have to, your school or your institution or where you are affiliated, they should have the account or must have the access on this, and before you access this software. And there, as what I have said, is self-paced instruction. That means the student and also the teacher, they monitor what they are doing for the student. They can monitor their progress. They can track where are they going to, and what are the other lessons or other activities online still not yet completed. Yeah. So as what I have said, not only in reading, but also in math, science, and social studies. Now let's talk about the reading program. According to Burton 1996, the use of technology in the reading curriculum can also enhance children's learning experience with multiple intelligence. You see, that's why there's a big connection, and it's really it's really helpful for you to integrate technology to the reading program. So what is this program? The Jostens Integrated Learning System, or Jostens Literature-Based Program, specifically for reading, and also don't be confused if you use Compass Learning Odyssey reading program, still same nature, different name only, but we accept both names. But the nature is this program interweaves listening, speaking, reading, writing, thinking skills with a sound-phonic based program, and so on and so forth. And it is a developmental sequence of instruction that balances strategy and application. And it includes 700 lessons for self-paced instruction. So you see, it is already automated. There are all the subjects necessary and appropriate for the disciplines or any kind of curriculum. There it's already installed. So it's already archived in that software. So with that, with this Jostens literature-based program or Compass Reading Odyssey program, it develops or targets the proficiency in word analysis, phonemic awareness, like CBC, blending, sight words, and so on and so forth. Also, there are exercises for vocabulary, for fluency, and for comprehension, also with grammar and different kinds of study skills like writing and listening and also speaking. Now, they labeled this program to its specific levels. So for the pre-K, the program has 52 units, one for each week of school and beyond, and provides balance between computer and offline experiences to build literacy. And it is electronic. That means there is it has learning games, very interactive, and at the same time it has activities. But the main goal there for all the primary or early reading standards is still the priority. And it preceded by stories that includes alphabetic knowledge, phonemic awareness, and phonics learning. For the level K, still, it has online activities that support key elements of successful instruction. It also focuses on phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and text comprehension. And it is still mixed. Online activities are also given to them. So, but this is student directed, meaning it is the students who directs what door or what page they're going to choose. So, but still, it is in a progressive way. For level 1 and 2, it is now balanced approach, meaning there is not only with the help of the online learning activities, but also with the offline activities given by the teacher. It experienced a lot of variety of activities that develop full literacy experience. It provides with building blocks of phonemic awareness, decoding, fluency, vocabulary, activating background knowledge, and also minimal text comprehension strategies. And for level 1 and 2, scored learning activities is applied, meaning they can be graded whether through quiz, whether games, or other kinds of assessments or assessment tools. For level 3 to 4, provide balanced literacy program for reading, not only reading, also interpretation, exploration of different kinds of themes, and also exercises for responding to different kinds of literature. Contain 2 components, online learning activities and offline activities, still interactive. Passport to knowledge, that means the student and the teacher both have the access of the learning materials, whether it is software or whether it is offline. For level 5 to 6, it's still a balanced, idea-oriented program. Starts from the reading. Now they're going now to the exercises of writing. So it's still composed of 2 components, passport to knowledge, and also chapters were given, and it is based on literature or literature based, but the materials came from different kind of genres, and they will also try different kinds of ethnicities reading materials. And at the end, for the level 7 to 8, it employs comprehensive approach to reading coordinated with skills instruction in vocabulary, literal and inferential comprehension. Also 7 to 8 literature-based chapters are also given. But the goal there is just to activate and provide background information, and also integrate reading plus the writing. So they will not only read, but also they will learn now to compose or write their thoughts based on the literature. And the goal there also to write their learnings. Now, how can this be implemented? According to Bruder and Boots in 1990, they summarizes the guidelines for the implementation of this reading program into 5. Number 1, principal and site administrator, or the one who endures, of the ILS should have a necessary support on how can this be facilitated, and how is this feasible if the setting is school-based. Second, teachers' ownership in the decision to place the ILS in the school is necessary to ensure teacher support on a day-to-day basis. Three, teachers require thorough, extensive training in the use of ILS. So I will just summarize the explanation. Those who will be handling the ILS software should be properly trained well, or should have a broad knowledge on how to navigate this software. For number four, ILS instruction requires guidelines that describes the amount of time that the student should be on the ILS system each week and in relation to lesson completion. And the last one, integration of ILS instruction with the classroom curriculum is very important. Yeah, that's the essence. There should be a strategy on how can this be integrated with the current curriculum with the use also of that JILS. Now I'm going to give you the strengths and limitation. First, for the strengths, it is for the school, it gives instructional technology for the school, meaning since the school is also advancing together with the digital world, so also the way of the curriculum or the instruction should be carried out in an advanced way. So having the instructional technology will also make the school advance. Second, total curriculum, meaning that's what I have said. Imagine 700 lessons or archive lessons are already included there, targeting different kinds of disciplines. So it's really total curriculum. Instructional consistency. If in the traditional teaching or instruction, teacher has to repeat again and again so that the student would remember it or would continually have their experience or their knowledge for on that specific lesson. But with the JILS, it's consistent. So it monitors the progress from level 1 or from stage to different kind of stages, or little by little. It's very consistent and easy to facilitate. For the limitation, it's difficult to use. So like what I have said, the implementation should give appropriate and extensive training to the teacher. So because the reason is it's difficult to use. Limited access, because the teacher and or who will be the one who take care of the computer lab, he is still a teacher or she is still a teacher, and teacher has limited time. So maybe she will only or he will only have the time for navigating the software, maybe during break hours or 3 hours. What if not? So that's it. And lack of flexibility. So still the way, how can this be integrated? How can this be put into the part of the curriculum or instruction? Still need a very strategized flexibility and narrow technology focus. So it must be broad knowledge. To understand this better with the JILs or the Jostens Integrated Learning System, it's best to study also how this becomes effective to the subject. Although I have chose 3, but for the sake of time, I will only give you 1 review. Based on the study of Rosemary Banuelos, it's unknown year, she conducted a study at San Marcos Middle School, San Diego, California, using the Jostens software. And it's a technology-based reading materials that they use to, but their goal is to generate whether this Jostens software or the Jostens Integrated Learning System program generate higher reading levels in middle school students. So they were exposed to the interacted with the Jostens Integrated Learning System software. And prior on that, the students are tested and along with that, with 12 week, the students experience the software, and at the end of that week, they also had the test as the post test, and the pre-test and post test both were compared, and it just only focuses on the word analysis, comprehension, and so on and so forth. And the result was the average is 10% increase in scores of the post test. So meaning the post test only gave 10% difference to the pre-test. So they concluded that the research done at San Marcos Middle School uh, using the Jostens Integrated Learning System software program generates higher reading levels. Although it's only 10%, they still concluded it with a higher or really high significant effect to the students. So this was consistent to the study of New York City Board Education 1994, that the findings of that study was consistent. They found that the student achievement scores showed no significant differences in reading between programs, although they claim it generates high level. But if you're gonna look at the result, only 10%. So same with the study of the New York City Board Education, and the rest of the school population using the Jostens Integrated Learning System software program only offers no or little significant to the students who don't use compared to those who didn't use the computer aided instruction or the Jostens Integrated Learning System software program. Now, I have a thoughts that I'd like to give it to you as your take home or thoughts before we end this. The educational psychology and inclusive education also found out that because the reason why only offers little significance, it's because vendors of integrated learning system typically assured this trait that the computerized system could be managed by lower paid professionals. Staff training has been grossly neglected, and there's typically little coordination of the computer lab with the rest of the school's instruction curriculum. So that might be the reason why it offers only a little significant to its effectiveness. That's it. So that's the report. This is my reference. And I also like to give you resources where I found the Jostens Incorporation and also the similarity of the Jostens Integrated Learning System in nature at the Odyssey Star Books and the DepEd Learning Portal Vision. That's it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something.